Okay, so good morning, Jacopo. I'm sitting down with you this morning. You are in Rome, Italy, is that right?
I am indeed. Good morning. Good morning. I am in a beautiful sunny Rome.
Uh,
Warm as well. It's like 18 degrees like this morning, which is great. It's perfect.
uh,
Um, yeah. I'm in Rome for like 2 weeks, like 10 days.
Amazing. And thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me and speak to the audience here today. I've been super excited to have you on. I always give a little background about how you and I met. So you and I met through Soho House, specifically Shoreditch branch. And I don't even remember how long ago. Do you remember, Jacopo?
It's probably like I'd say probably like two years ago.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah, like when I took over, then is when we met because obviously like we started like connecting through like the classes and then connecting like through like life in general as well. So I feel
Right.
like it's like 2 3 years now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you know better than I. All I know is I remember I met you and I just remember like you have such good energy. And that's how I do everything in life. So I never research anyone, I never Google anyone. I don't actually ever really fully know what's going on in people's life. I just fully go by what my body and my heart says when I'm with that person. And I remember I met you and my whole body was like, yes! There he is!
Sparkles everywhere, sparkles everywhere.
Literally sparkles everywhere. And then, as I started the podcast, and you immediately like you kept sort of floating into my mind, and I was like, I need to ask Jacopo. And also, I have to let you know, you're actually the first male I have on this. And obviously, listen,
Oh,
I don't know. This is another little like heads up. I don't know how you identify, right? So but you're the first physical man.
yes, yes. I'm so proud to be the first one. Yes, so
So
excited, so excited.
amazing. So, yeah, so really happy to have you here. But let's start from the beginning. So, Jacopo, where are you from and where were you born? What kind of family, gorgeous setup were you brought into? Mom, dad, siblings, that kind of stuff. So, give us a little background about Jacopo,
All
early
right,
life.
lovely. All right, so I was born in Rome, so in Italy. I was born here. I've been here for like all my life since I was until I was like 19. I always knew like I wanted to leave Italy because like I always felt like it wasn't like the place for me. Like the energy in Italy is not the energy that I was looking for. I was looking for like something more like excited, something more like I need adrenaline in my life. So I knew like from the beginning like I wanted to leave Italy. Um, However, Italy is a beautiful country. I always say like go to Italy, visit Italy. However, like for me, it's I enjoy Italy when I come on vacation for like a week, 2 weeks. I love it. I see my friends, my family. I spend time with my mom, with my sister, with my dad. I love it. But I always knew like I wanted to like live. I always wanted to like explore. I always wanted to like share my energy, like my huge energy with like with everybody, like with the world in general. Um,
Really?
so yeah, so here I've got like everybody. I've got all my friends. I've got my sister. She's a nurse. I got my mom. She's a nurse as well. And then I got my
Wow.
dad. Yeah. So me and my family were like so like together. Like I love my mom. I love my dad. Like we got like a beautiful like relationship of like love. Like I
Oh,
I, I love them so much. Especially like being like a gay man, like they accepted me like from the beginning. So I we built like this like beautiful relationship, friendship, like this like beautiful connection that it just like keeps like going, keeps like growing. So
wow.
that's why I come back home like every, let's say like 2 or 3 times like per year. I just
Wow.
enjoy it. Like every time I come back, I enjoy it. But also like on my side, I love like exploring the world. I love like connecting with the world. I love
Right.
like just being out there.
A hundred
Um,
percent. Can I just
yeah.
ask you because I like listen, I love your energy, so I just want you to talk all the time. But I'm like, ooh,
Please,
actually,
please, please.
we're not gonna do a 10-hour interview, so let me just get back in the ball. So in that case, like because I really know what it's like to have this kind of like powerball, fireball, tornado energy, right? Like I
Yeah.
have it as well myself. And for me, growing up in Copenhagen, Denmark, it's like it worked for me because I went pretty much straight to the Royal Danish Ballet. So then I had an outlet.
Uh-huh.
Like it was
Yeah.
so physical, it was so
Yeah.
theatrical, like there was a use for all this energy. It was never too much because you have to like have this
Yeah.
drive. But talk us through a little bit, like, so what was it like growing up where you were in Italy? So what city did you say you grew up in? What city?
Rome. So in the
In
capital. In
Rome.
the
Okay, so
capital.
oh wow, okay, the capital. I've been
Rome.
there.
Yeah.
I love that city.
Yeah.
Okay, but even so,
Yeah.
if you from very early on in life had this feeling that there has to be more, like I know myself, I
Mhm.
know my energy, I know I get, like you said, I need adrenaline, I need more, I need
Yeah.
something else. So there must have
Yeah.
been lots of
Right.
moments as a kid where it was this kind of, I know this is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I know I'm really lucky. I've got this amazing family set up, so it can't even be I'm rebelling against the family. What
That's
kept
right.
you? How was it? Talk us through the mind of Jacopo, age like 12,
Yeah.
13, 14, 15.
So the thing is, like, I've been trained as a dancer. So I've been a dancer since I was, but that's why like we're connected as well, because like it's the dancer situation, you know.
Right.
So I've been dancing since I was 7. So
Mm,
I've been then a professional dancer for like 15 years. So it's been a long time. Obviously, in a city like Rome, where it's like I've been trained in like musical theater, I've been trained like a classical dancer, contemporary dancer. So I was like all the kind of like dancer.
mm,
However, I always like saw myself kind of like out there more in like bigger stages. So
mm,
that's what like that was like my job of like I need to like get out of this country because
mm,
I'm bigger of this country. So
mm.
that's why then I went for like 2 years in America. So I've been like working on a cruise ship for 2 years. I've been
Yeah.
moving like to New York. I always felt like I was made to be bigger than the space I was.
Yeah.
And like I just want to say like don't be scared of like think that way. Like don't be scared of like think bigger. Like don't
Mm,
be scared of like think like bigger than you actually think is possible to
mm,
think. Like
mm,
always like trying to like see yourself on on a bigger scale, on a like bigger step. Like you know what I mean? Like I always like push people to like think bigger than they actually can. Like nobody can stop you. Like nobody can stop you on your way. Like you will find like so many like challenges, which is challenges is good because challenges will like push you even harder. So and that's exactly like my path, and that's exactly like what I did. Like 18 years old, I've done the audition for Royal Caribbean for the cruise ship. I still remember like I like no money, but my like energy and my like strength of like wanted to do more just
mm,
pushed me so much. I still remember like I will never forget this. The audition was in Milan, and like I only had like €5. With €5, I booked the train that was €10, and with €5, I booked a hostel. I was sleeping in a room of like 20 people, mixed 20 people. I was like, what is this? But all I wanted it was the audition, and all I wanted is to get on that cruise ship to get
mm,
the job, and that's
mm.
what I did. So I always say like with those €5, I got the audition. I got to travel the world and to like dance with like amazing people around the world for like 2 years. So that energy and that like mindset just pushed me through and to like break my walls, you know, like go like outside Italy, like be on a cruise ship, be like the only Italian in a cast, like so the mindset needs to push you to do more, needs to like push you to search the better version of yourself. I always say that, and like yeah, I love it. Like the energy that we can create for ourselves is so important.
But I mean, you're touching on so many super, super potent points. I'm just sitting here almost doing mental notes so I remember to highlight it all. But I couldn't agree more. So I keep having this thing that is, we have to continue to outgrow our own limitations, because it's not the voice of someone else or society. It's not the amount of money in your bank account. It's not even what is on your CV. It's not even your training. Like, none of that. All of those things are nice things if they are supportive. Of course they are. But actually, the only thing that will make you go through fire and climb that mountain and slay the dragon is
Yeah,
your drive.
is your
It's your
drive.
drive.
Yeah,
It's your why. It's this
yeah,
part. It's this thing within you that keeps pulling you forward and upwards. And
yeah.
and the most exciting part about that, and I really want to share that, especially because you and I are both performers. But
Mhm.
for listeners listening, going, well, I'm not in the art world, and I never was, I was never performing, and the idea of being on stage is the most scary thing in the world. To those
Right.
of you, when Jacopo, like when you're talking about, I needed something bigger. I needed to get out of the space. I felt like I was bigger than, like you said, I was bigger than Italy. And that is not, I just want to remind and enlighten everyone and say that is not coming from a space of ego or narcissism or vanity or anything like that. That is just this
Mhm.
pure,
Yeah,
a physical desire to break out of the barriers, the prison we've created in our own mind about who we are and who we are not, what is possible and what is not possible. And so, just wanted to highlight that whatever your profession, however you identify in life, whatever is going on for you in your personal life as a listener, all Jacopo and I are talking about here today is everything starts with your why. And the minute you notice your brain going, oh, but that's not for me, or oh, I couldn't possibly do that, or oh, what will other people think? That's where you have to question all of that and just do it anyway. And that's
yes,
what Jacopo
yes,
is so amazing about.
yes. Yeah, I always say, like, let your volcano erupt.
Yes.
Let your volcano erupt. You know what I mean? Why you need to have all this fire inside you and not and not let it explode? Like, it's worth to try. Worth to try everything and anything you want to try. Like, do anything. Because listen, like, try. Like, at least you tried. You can say, I've tried it. It didn't work, but at least I tried it. But let your volcano erupt. I always
One,
say,
100%. And again, that's a really physical feeling. And, that's my whole thing. My whole thing is, I have this triple thing that goes, you know, your breathing leads you into your feeling, and your feeling leads you into your healing. And it literally goes like this, because if we don't breathe deeply, as we all know, then we don't actually allow ourselves to feel anything.
yeah,
And if we are not feeling anything, we're not healing anything. We're also not being guided by our feelings, because in life, we're so scared of feeling our feelings, right? We like right now, you and I having this really upbeat conversation, and that's beautiful. But part of feeling is also sad, and it's
yeah,
angry, and it's in love, and it's passion,
yeah,
and it's all
yeah,
of it. And it's like you said, it's all of those things that we cannot control,
yeah.
right? Because we're like, well, I want to
Absolutely.
feel this, I want to feel these 10% of my emotions, but I don't want to feel the rest, right? But
That's
like
right.
you,
That's right.
right? But you saying, let your volcano erupt. Again, those of you out there who are like, oh, I don't think I'm that much of a feeling person. And I'm like, you are. You are. You've just been pushing it down. You've been trying to dim that volcano.
Yeah. However, though, I want to say, like, living in, like, big cities like London, like New York, like, we got so much pressure on ourselves, so much pressure, and, like, sometimes, like, this pressure of, like, big city of, like, make your money, do this, do that, meet your friends, like, go to work, like, it just like it it just, like, close all your feelings. It doesn't let you think about your own self,
Yeah.
because, like, this pressure just it doesn't let you, like, think about what's important for you,
Mm,
what matters for you,
mm,
what drives you,
mm,
because obviously we got this pressure of, like, make the money,
mm,
buy a house,
mm,
you need to work, you need to do 9 to 5. Like,
mm,
sometimes you just need to, like, put all that aside and just think about yourself, and just, like, I always say, like, sit down with yourself and just understand yourself for a
mm,
minute. Like,
mm,
just, like, I always say, like, put just some relaxing music, sit down with yourself and just understand, like, where you're going, like, what's your path, like,
mm,
what's your matter in life, like,
mm,
what drives you in life,
mm.
you know because, like, sometimes it's just too much, like we live in a city like London where it's like it never stops, It literally
Mm-hmm.
never stops. But what
Yeah.
about if we stop for a second and we just think
Mm.
about our own self,
Mm.
you
I
know?
love that. I love that. And I think, this is another valid, like really important point. So I've been over here for 24 years, but I often go away. And also, part of my daily life is I take time for myself, but even in terms of in between, so this is personal Josie Jeff story now. In between my clients, I actually have a lot of time by myself, and I purposely enjoy that. So I will go and I'll just spend 15 minutes in a park or half an hour if I have it, right?
Yes, yeah,
Or I will
definitely.
be on the tube and I will be literally channeling messages, which is what my books are. So I guess I've created a lifestyle that supports me being in this busy space where I'm still continuing to connect back into me throughout the day. But this is a really valid point that you're saying, because most people don't have that privilege, right? So you are, whether you're working at 9 to 5 or whether you have 5 jobs, because London is crazy expensive, right? And
Right.
then and so then you've got, like the financial needs to be there, needs to be met, otherwise you don't even have a home. And if
Right.
the financial needs or like the basic needs are not covered, how could you possibly even think about taking time out to go, well,
Yeah,
who am I when my eyes are closed, right? And no one else is watching. But
yeah.
like you're saying, remember that it's important. It's not just important. You have to choose to unplug. So whether that's just half a day on a Sunday, or, you literally go to the countryside, or you meditate, beautiful, take some time with yourself every morning, whatever it is you do, but you have to do it, because no one is immune to the effect of one's environment. So again, outgrow your environment, but we can
Yes.
only do that when we actually mentally um, remove ourselves from the busyness and the noise and
Absolutely.
the pressure. I think this is a really good thing. And I like that you're putting the word pressure in there with the volcano.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
need
totally.
to remove the pressure for a minute.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay, wow. Like I'm loving everything.
I
What do you want to say? Yes.
Yes, yes. Yes, no, exactly. Like especially like me, like I'm such like people's person. Like I love people. Like I always say that people like gives me the energy. Like I love to give my energy around, but receiving people's energy, I love it. Like I love like connecting and like sharing. I love like studying like different energies as well, you know? Like that's what
Mm,
keeps me alive. I love it. However, though, I need the time, as you said, to like recharge. Like I know
mm,
exactly how to like reground myself, how to like
mm,
recharge my energy to then be able to give my energy even a bigger energy around.
mm,
So ground yourself. Just find your safe spaces. So
mm,
what's your safe space to recharge yourself? It
mm,
could be having a ride, just take your bike and have a ride for 1 hour.
mm,
Just go to the park or just read a book, or just have a walk, or just take yourself out for a dinner. Like, what are your spaces
mm.
that gives you the energy to like reconnect with yourself?
100%, 100%. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah,
So I love all of it, but I really love the story about your €5, and
yeah,
how you made it stretch, and how the
yeah.
universe somehow co-created with you as well, and like, help you on your path there. But in that moment where you're like, fuck, I only have these €5, surely there must also have been a lot of fear and doubt, right, in your head. Like, okay, so what happens if, okay, I make it to Milan, but then I can't find a hostel? Like, how do I even get back? There must have
Right.
been lots of fear and doubt in your mind. And often, what usually happens in life, because we dislike change so much,
Yeah,
usually we do not change anything really,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
not our beliefs about what is
yeah,
possible, isn't possible, unless something from the outside world is adding pressure to us. So if where we are finding ourselves in that moment in time is so tremendously pressurized, so tremendously bad and scary, that
yeah.
we choose to jump out of that burning house,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, totally,
So,
absolutely,
so was there
absolutely.
something going on in your life as well, personally, at that moment, that you were like, fuck this, I'm just gonna fully go for this thing? Or were you just so driven, and you were just moved by love so much? And I love that, but I'm curious.
Yeah, the thing is, like at that point, I was dancing, and I was like performing as well. However, I knew I that there was something bigger waiting for me.
Mhm.
So when the audition came out, at that point I was like dancing, plus I was like working in a restaurant as well, just to
Yeah,
make like extra money.
of course.
However, you know how expensive
Yeah, yeah.
life is. So at that point, I was like, this audition is on. So two other things: or I reject it, or
Mhm.
otherwise I just take all the money I have and I just go for it.
Mm.
I believe there are trains in life that just pass once.
Mm.
If that trains, if you feel in your gut that train is for you, don't let it pass it. Just jump on it.
Oh my God,
Jump
I'm
on
getting
it.
goosebumps. Yes, yes,
Just
yes.
jump on it. Just jump on it with anything you have, or everything or anything you have. At that point, I booked my train last minute with €10. I booked my train with €10, and then I booked as soon as I arrived there. I booked the worst hostel next to the station with €5. It was only one night. I remember I was sleeping with my backpack, like literally hugging my backpack because I was scared. I was scared because
Mm.
I was sleeping with like 20 people in a room. I was 18 at that point.
Mm.
Obviously, I wasn't like that confident, just like I am right now. Like right now, nobody can fuck with me. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean? But
yeah.
at that point, I was scared. Also scared of like, I was like, what if I get it? What if I don't get it? What all these things. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I like this fire of like get out of this country. So I was like, I just need to do it. And then I went to the audition. The audition lasted probably like half of the day, and then straight after, like I got to like the final stage, and then they told me, "You got it." However, though, when you got the audition, then it will pass like 1 year, a month, 2 months until like they call you to get the job and to go on the cruise ship.
Mm.
However, the universe knew it. They called me after 1 week. So then in 1 week, it was incredible. So then in 1 week, I had to like do everything. I didn't have a passport, so I had to do a passport. I didn't have any money to go to America, so it was like hustling for like a week and a half. I had to hustle so much, but I had this thing of like I need to go. Like money will come later. I need to go. I didn't know English neither, so I didn't know the language neither. Did it stop me? Absolutely not. Did it stop me? Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't let yourself stop for anything you want to do. Like, don't do it. Like, things will come. Like, the universe knows exactly what's for you. What's for you will be for you. So if you don't have all the cards to like complete something, the universe will help you. If you just put like your 70%, the other percent to reach the 100, the universe will help you with that.
Oh,
So just go for it. Just go for it.
oh
And
my
that's what I did. I didn't know English. I was in a class with like 20 people, all English speaking. So I was the only one. I was the only like Italian that I couldn't speak English at all. Like it was a struggle. However, the struggle now brought me to like conquer the world.
right. Oh,
So
yay. Oh my God, I love it. And like my inner younger Josie is just jumping up and down and doing pirouettes and spins and grand battement and all this kind of gorgeous stuff because it's so my own story. I came here when I was 16 and I had no money and I moved not just home, I moved country. So I can so relate. And people
right,
go, you were so courageous. And I was like, you don't understand what I came from. For me, there was no other
exactly,
choice. And so,
exactly.
so I really, really get it. And oh, yes, yes, yes. And also just like you, I wouldn't have had it any other way. Like I am who I am today. I have the opportunities, and not just professionally, but really like personally, how I feel about myself, the person that I've
Yeah,
become, and the person that is
yeah,
still emerging through me. would never ever sit here, this version of
Absolutely.
me now, had it not been for everything that I've experienced, especially the challenges and all of the 500 times where I doubted
Yeah,
myself and other people doubted me, and and all the rest of it. So yes, 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 yes. Okay, Jacopo, we're gonna fast forward in time. So
yeah,
currently, this morning,
yeah.
it's the 24th of March, 2025. You're in Rome. Where are you at in your life now? Where is Jacopo at now?
So right now it's so funny because like right now I'm going through like a big change.
I know.
I love changes. I love changes. Listen, me changes like it's what give me that fire. Is what like let the volcano erupt. You know.
Mm,
So for me, I need changes. I need to change people around me. I need to change places,
mm,
job. Like I need changes. So
mm.
right now I'm turning 30 this year as well. So big changes in my
By
life
the
as
way,
well.
did you say 30?
Um,
You said 30?
yes,
You're so
yes.
young. Oh my God, baby, you're so young. I love it. Okay. I thought you were older, but that's
Yeah,
not
so
because of your looks. It's just how you speak and how you present. And I
yeah,
think more than
yeah,
anything, it's your energy, how you present. Because you have this really like you have so
yeah,
much power, but very grounded. And it's this kind of like
yeah.
you don't need other
Confident.
people to validate you because you already love you. And so for me,
Period.
it's like the fact that
Period.
you're only turning 30. I'm like, wow, how did that happen? I want the recipe. I love
Yeah,
that.
period. Period.
Okay.
Like, I love life. I love life so much, and like I'm so confident. So I that's why like I walk with my hand up. You know, like it's I always say that. So yeah, I'm going through like big changes in my life. I just quit my job in Soho House like this last week Tuesday. After
Mm-hmm.
8 years working as a gym manager in Soho House, so I just want to change. I just felt this energy shifting in myself.
Yeah.
So so yeah, yeah, right now I feel like I've got this like fire that is cooking inside me. I feel
Mm.
like I've been trapped in like hospitality for like so long. As like I'm a performer, like I'm an
Mm.
artist, a performer. So I just want to come back to like create, to like give to the people.
Mm.
My mom always say you were made to be big.
Mm.
So I want to come back to be big. Like
Mm.
I just wanna start to like be big. I just wanna like give something big to the people. I just wanna like which at the moment I'm trying to understand, and
Yeah.
that is the exciting part because like it's scary. Because obviously, as we said before, like we live in a city like London where like you need to make your money, so it's scary. However, I'm so excited. Like I got like this huge energy inside me that is ready to take over and to like take over the world. So I'm just trying to figure out where this energy needs to go. But I'm so ready for what's coming. Like the universe knows. The universe knows what's for me. I'm trying to work with the universe, understand what's for me.
100%. And I also think, like, again, so many valid points. Like, first of all, I relate everything to nature. So when we look at nature, nature is always changing. Nothing in nature goes, I don't want to change. I have so many plants here. I love plants. None of my plants ever go, hey, I only want to grow 1 meter and that's me done, right? Like it
Yes.
keeps growing. It's like, and it even breaks my plant pots at times, right? Because the roots are like, right?
Yes.
It doesn't try to dim its light. It doesn't try to push down its inner nature. It is who it is
Yes.
unapologetically, and it loves
Yeah.
change, right? So
Yeah.
change is movement, right? And I think this is something that really resonates.
Growing.
Change is movement, right? And so whenever we find ourselves at a point in our life, whether it's mentally, we get stuck on an idea, we're no longer moving forward. A
Yeah.
sense of identity, we get stuck on identity, we're no longer changing. Or whether
Mhm.
it's physically, like we are, in a job, or like it happened to you where you are like, actually, this is no longer me. And
Yeah.
why? Because the job had changed, but so had you. And so what was
That's
right,
right.
and that's it. And you know, and I do a lot of couples counseling, and I think it's so beautiful because we are in relationship, not just with another, but we're in relationship within ourselves, us to
Yes,
us, right? And then we're
yes,
in relationship with everything in the world. And the one thing is always that in that relationship, especially in romantic relationships, we have this idea, you know, we meet and we're like, oh, we fall in love with everything that the other person is that we aren't. And then after a little while, we fall out of love with everything that the person is that we aren't. Haha. But the
it's
point
true.
is,
Yes,
right? And then we have to re-fall in love again and again if we choose to. But either way, for me, it's never like two people meet and now they must be together forever. No, because everything always changes. And so what once was a great fit, whether it's a relationship with another person, whether
yes,
it's a sense of identity that you have with you, whether it's a sense of you and a job, what was once a perfect fit, as things change and things move, one day
yes,
may no longer be a perfect fit. And you know that when you feel stuck, when you have that feeling that there's no longer movement, then there's
right.
a stuckness, and then you have to choose to leave, to
Mhm.
discover this new thing. So yes, this whole thing of
Yes,
just like embracing change. And I love
yes,
everything that you put it into
yes,
words. And actually for you personally, this is just because I know you. Um, I would say, you know, this whole beautiful era, and we say that after 7 years, everything within us has changed. We are a complete
yes,
new person. You stayed for one more year, but we also had COVID, so it kind of makes sense,
yes,
right?
yes,
It
yes,
kind
that's
of got
right. That's
prolonged.
right.
I
Yes,
listen, I get it, right? But I
yeah.
would also say that you know, it totally makes sense that at that point in your journey, you wanted to get behind the scenes, not be on. I mean, it's not that you weren't on stage during the Soho House period of your life, but it was a different. It was almost a taking a step back and a step up, like seeing
Yeah,
everything, how everything works, how
yeah,
everything is interconnected from a
yeah,
higher perspective, almost the archetype of the architect, the
yeah,
choreographer, right? The
absolutely.
choreographer, the
Yeah,
archetype,
yeah,
understanding all of that. But then now that you are now noticing that there is a desire, and I think the desire that I'm feeling within you, correct me
yeah.
if I'm wrong, is a desire to be visible again,
Yes, yes,
right?
absolutely. Like
But you're
that,
coming
that,
back a different you because you now have the mindset, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you have the 8 years of experience of understanding the workings of the
right,
choreographer, of the architect, right?
right. That's right. That's right. Like it's there. Like I just want to like be visible again. You know, like
That's it. No, I know.
yeah, and just want to like why do I need to take why do I need to let life play with me when I can play with life?
Of
You know what
course.
I mean? Like I just want to be the maestro of the orchestra. I don't want to be in the orchestra. I just want to like be the maestro of my life.
Absolutely.
You know, like so it's time. I just want to say like don't be scared of changes. Like changes, it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be scared of that. It's scary because like sometimes we just want to stay in our comfort zone.
Hmm. Always.
However, I feel like the comfort zone needs to be broken sometimes to like find a different and better side of yourself. So
I
don't be scared of changes. Don't be scared of changes. And if you feel that fire growing on you, go with the fire. Go with the fire because that fire is gonna again is gonna erupt.
100%. And I think there's also this, because, you know, like sitting down with you here this morning, I think, you know, I'm an intuitive healer, right? Did you know
You
that? I'm an
you
intuitive healer. So I do energy healing, but it's based on intuition. So I
oh
don't ever know
wow.
anything that's going to happen. And like when I sat down with you this morning, I just had this really strong voice and the message kept going like, I want to be seen. I want to be visible. I want to be seen. I want to be visible. I want to get out. I want to be let out. Like it was just, I was like, I was like, okay, thank you. Like, I hear you.
That is so weird. And you know why it's so weird? Because like last week, at one point I was so lost. I was like, I need to have. I've got like one of my friend there. No, she does Reiki.
Mhm.
I done a Reiki session with her last week, and she said the same thing. She was like, "Your energy is pushing me away for how big and how strong your energy is." And
Mhm.
like, and she was like, you got like this you just want to be seen, you just want to be big and be seen. And now that you're saying that, it's so weird because like that's exactly how I am. Like people that are listening to us, like you're gonna feel my energy through that mic. You're gonna feel it, honey, I'm here, honey. So yes, yeah, feel the energy and take everything in. Yes.
Right. And that's the whole thing. You like it's that thing of like embracing who you are. So you're not sitting down with me today going, oh Josie, I just really wish that, if only I change myself a little bit more and I make myself a little bit smaller. No, you're like, no. Like,
No.
those 8 years were beautiful, like with amazing experience, but this is not who I am anymore, right? So
Right. That's
that
right.
is that voice that's like, I need to be let out, I need to get bigger, I need to expand more, I need to be seen, I need to be visible. That's because there's a new you that is emerging through you and you're not stopping it. So whatever,
Um,
as a listener, however, wherever you are finding yourself in life, and like we're not all driven by the same, like, me and Jacopo has got this like similarity with the fire. Not
yes.
everyone will be that. Maybe you're an earth person, maybe you're really like slow, patient,
Yeah.
deep, sturdy, rooted, grounded security. I don't know, maybe that's your thing and that's cool, but whatever it is that's truly for you, like listen to those whispers, listen to that voice. Notice, is the energy more like water? Is it more gentle? Is it more like rah, like with the fire?
Yeah.
Is it more air? Are you more like a really mentally stimulated? Maybe you're more like a scientist. Whatever it is for you, whatever whispers are coming through, we have to listen to them. Because if we don't, right, if we don't, then the universe will start putting things into our way for redirection. It will happen
Yeah.
anyway, but
Yeah.
like it's much nicer. As
Yeah.
much.
No, absolutely. Yes.
I totally get it.
Yes. Yes. And
No, right? Because it's that thing of like the only constant in our life is change. And I would
yeah.
much rather kind of flow with the changes. And this is the great thing. And I always say this, oh, I love this, which is, you know, like you said, life or the universe will always show you, but the way that will show you is actually a physical sensation.
That's
Your
right.
body will guide you. Your body will all of a sudden start to feel drained being with a certain person, start to feel drained not being in, maybe being at a specific job, start to feel drained in the way that you present yourself.
Yeah.
Like you will start to get physical symptoms. I'm not even talking about illness. That's step number 500, but just in the beginning, yeah, we don't want to go there. But in the beginning, your body will always tell you. So you don't ever have to go, I know rationally for a lot of people, we go, oh, but it's so confusing. Should I go left? Should I go right? But actually, the more you tune back into your body will guide you. Your body will be either a full bodied yes or full bodied no. Or if it's neutral, it means it's not time for you to decide yet.
That's right. That's right. And also, like the right time will come. Just listen to your body, listen to your gut, listen to your universe. Like the right time will come for you. You know what I mean? Like if, as I said, like if it's for you, nobody will take it. If it's for you, it's for you. Whatever it is, like it could be like again, me like to be seen, or could be like you wanted to like do like a step up in your career, in your job, like whatever it is. But like, don't be scared of changes. Like, do not be scared of changes. Changes
Exactly.
is growing, and like the universe helps you so much. Like, if you believe it or not, like the universe help you so much. So go for it. Go for it.
100%. And it's also that thing, like the thing, because I work with neuroscience a lot as well. So I really like to bridge the practicality, the rational, the science-based with
Yeah.
the spiritual. And I always say, like,
Mhm.
he who says he can and he who says he can't are both right. And so you
Exactly.
might as well, you might like, because
Right.
your brain is constantly creating new beliefs anyway. Usually just like replaying the old beliefs, but it's just a belief. It's just an
Yeah.
idea. And an idea can be changed, and you might as well be in charge of creating new beliefs all the time instead of just playing on repeat that which
Exactly.
your brain decided when you were 2 years old was right or wasn't right for you. So,
Exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
loving all of that. I'm gonna re-wipe us back
Yes.
into.
Yes.
Okay, so you've left Soho House. Ta-ta! You are standing on the edge of opportunity. You are in this new
Yes.
space. It's the space of the unknown where
Yes.
everything is possible, right? So this is the good
Right.
news.
Period.
Change. Right. That's the really exciting part. So when we're in this moment of change, transformation, it can feel like darkness, but all creativity comes from darkness. So again, me and nature, a seed blooms and sprouts in the deepest, darkest soils. It
Yeah.
doesn't do it upstairs above ground where we can all see the magic, right? It happens in the darkness, in the unknown. And the seed trusts that journey. The seed doesn't go, oh no, it's scary down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
anyway,
true.
Right. So you're finding yourself in this space of transformation that you, by the way,
Mhm.
initiated and decided and listened to and took action on. So
Yeah,
co-creating with the universe. Then you decided to go home, like back to the roots a little bit. So,
yeah,
and this is so in alignment with what you were sharing, like you have to unplug yourself. No one is immune to the effects of your environment. So even the most, like you're super spiritually in tuned, you've taken so much time. I know you're working really busy at Soho House, but you were still like listening to you. You have so
yeah.
many good routines and habits and rituals in your daily life that allowed you, enabled you to really listen to those whispers of your soul. And even you decided, I need to unplug from London for a moment. I need to come back home, reroute, read anger,
Absolutely. Yeah,
reground.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like reground. Like I always say, like if I feel like a little bit lost, or if I feel like I need to like unplug completely, I come back home. I come back home because I come back to like my soil. I come back to my roots. Like I
Mm.
just need to like reground with my people. Like I'm lucky enough to have like my mom. I love like just spending time with my mom and just like reground with her. Just having like a simple conversation, but. I don't know, just the energy, that pull me like back on track. My people, it's silly, but like my food, my people, my family, it just like is where you were born. It's where like your roots are. Like as you said, like the little like seed that bloom inside of the darkness. Obviously, my seed like was here, so I feel that energy in here. So anytime I'm like I feel lost, or I feel like I need to like reground completely, I come home. So I quit my job, and then I was like, I'm just gonna take 10 to like 10 weeks back home. I'm just gonna like understand and like reground with myself. I'm
Mm.
gonna do like a little things on the side, and then I'm gonna come back home in London and just be stronger than before.
Wow, so
Yeah,
beautiful, so beautiful. And there is this thing, like it's an old cliche, but it's so true, um, time heals everything and timing is everything, right?
yeah, yes,
Like if you understand those two concepts and you accept them, I think actually, again, this is something for the fire people. So that's you and me. So
yeah,
you're very fast. I'm very fast, right? And it's like, it's action. I
yeah,
feel it. I
absolutely.
create it. I
Yes,
manifest it. I am
yes,
it, right?
yes,
It's very
yes,
fast. Whereas actually, like, again, well, this is a reflection of me as well. And it's in my life, like the quality of really embracing trusting that time heals everything and timing is everything. So
yes.
even, because it's a massive process in the process of change, right? But it's also massive, again, if you're a very action oriented person, it can feel like,
Yeah,
well, how long am I supposed to wait? Because
yeah,
you can feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm not really doing much. Okay, I'm plugged from London, now I'm in Italy. Then what?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's and especially when you're used to the fast pace of big cities. So the big city energy, New York, London, it's very fast paced, especially if you're in city center. So the fireballs, if you're someone who's a very fast person, that feels amazing. It's your default setting. But to then unplug and plant yourself and reroute yourself, even though we know it's a good thing, it can feel disorientating. It can feel like, what the fuck? Now I'm going back
yeah,
to super slow, right? But
yeah,
to
yeah.
remember that even though it might feel uncomfortable, it is necessary. Because actually, on our physical planet Earth, we're talking spiritual chat now, but on our physical planet Earth, a gap does exist between desire and manifestation. And that gap, just like it is in London, where I would say, mind the gap, that gap
Yeah.
that gap. I know it's what is so hilarious. It's one of the most spiritual sayings ever, and I don't think anyone thinks about it on the tube, right? Like mind the gap.
No.
It is
Yeah.
so important, not just to mind it, but to cherish it, be devoted to it,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Because in that gap between I have a desire, something needs to change, and this is the change that's happening, and I'm
Yeah.
excited, and it's already
Yeah.
manifested, and now I'm living high on life. Like that gap is important. Similar to when we're talking about, I've never farmed, but I always relate everything to nature. A farmer cannot just continually plant new seeds. There's a time and a season for everything. And sometimes the soil even has to lay and rest.
Yeah.
You know, understanding that we can also call it patience, but I like to call it trust.
Yeah.
Trusting, handing over my brain, handing the brain over in the loving, caring, capable hands of the universe, and just going, hey, you take over from now. I know that change is happening. I know that my desires, our desires, me and my friend the universe, our desires are co-creating, dancing together, fermenting in the soil, but I'm trusting
Yeah.
that process. I'm not gonna like dig my hands into the soil every
No, no,
morning
no,
going,
no,
hey,
no,
what's going on
no, no,
down there?
no, no, exactly. Like, trust the process. Trust the process. And the process, I'm telling you now, the process is scary. It's scary, but let the process be scary, because that's what pushes you even forward. So let the process be scary, let the process be challenging, cry on it, but that will push you even forward, and be excited at the same time. Another thing, like be open to the universe. Like don't close yourself in your bubble. Be open to the universe, because the universe is there to help us, like each of us. So be open to the universe and just let the changes happen.
I love
Like
that so much.
don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be scary, but don't be afraid. Like just let it happen. Because listen, after the darkness, there will be a brighter side of yourself. There will be a brighter and stronger version of yourself.
I love that.
So please, like, don't stop it. Don't stop it. If you feel that fire, if you feel that the volcano it's bubbling, just let it erupt. Let it
I
erupt.
love that. I love that so much. And again, like whether anyone listening in identifies as a performer or in the arts or not, we all have emotions. I always say we're not here to think life. We're here to feel alive. You know, I know, and it's so good. I will say it again. We are not here to think life. We are
Yes,
here to
yeah,
feel alive, right? So your feeling
yeah,
is your
absolutely.
healing, right? And using those deep breaths to get into the feeling space. The feeling is not the enemy. The feeling, the emotion that you've been carrying, that you've been holding on to, that is bubbling up or you've been trying to push down, like that's your healing. That's your driving force. That's your power. Like, do
Yeah,
not analyze it or criticize it. Just feel it. Like you said, sit down
yeah,
with yourself
yeah,
and feel what's there for you that day, right?
yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and then you keep saying something that I love so much, which is um, if it's for you, it will not pass you. Right. So
No, absolutely
whatever
not.
is for you will not pass you. But at the same time, and I love my little finger, we've got pointy fingers today. We do like la la la. We've got this little finger dance going on if you can't see us on video. It's so sweet. But also that thing of you mentioned you believe that there are specific trains for us in life. And if we pass, like if we let it pass, that may not return. At the same time, what is for us will not pass us, but at the same time we have to be ready and willing to go, fuck it, I'm
That's
crazy
right.
scared, but I know it's for me. This is my train. I
Yes,
am gonna go. I
yes,
only have my 10
yes.
euros, but I'm gonna make it happen.
Yes, yes, but also like jump on the train, because like you can totally anytime. Yeah, I always say like you can totally like get off at the first station of the train. You know what I mean? Like just go on the train that is for you. If it's not for you, at one point, just get off at the first station.
Right.
Like like do it. Just do it, because that's what also like life is this like beautiful journey. Life is this like beautiful like experience. So why not like take everything from this journey? Why not like take and like experience everything in this journey? Why not like try to like explore, try to like share, try to like love as much as you can. Like love is the power in this life. So just trying to do everything like we love for the others and for yourself first. So just do it. Like just love yourself as much as you can, and just trying to like take trains and stuff. Because like listen, like this is a beautiful journey for everybody. So like just why waste your time? Like do not waste your time. I said to my friend yesterday about all of this. I was like, don't rush it, don't waste it.
Mm.
you know, like just enjoy every single moment of this life without like wasting everything in life. Like, why you need to like regret moments? Like, just live your moments. Just like just embrace all your moments.
I
You
love
know,
that.
just like I just love life so much that I'm like, why do I need to be unhappy when I can be happy in this life and just enjoy life more, you know?
That's it. And even being happy, like even seeing the beauty and the preciousness and the treasure and the wisdom, even in the contrasting experience of pain, of
Yeah,
doubt, of fear,
yeah,
right? Like I always say that as well, because you're so right. Like life is not just what happens out there in the future or the bad thing that happened in the past. Life is here and now. Like, you know, this
right.
morning, like this moment with you and me, like
Yeah,
that's the juice, that's the nectar, that's,
yes,
you know, that's the rainbow, right? And then in a moment, there will be a new moment. And then that will be, even if there will be sadness and pain and there will be all of it,
yes,
but that is the juice that is needed for that moment in time. And
yes.
so, again, that actually dates into the whole philosophy of yogic philosophy, which is oneness, right? So there's no separation. You might feel that, well, I want more uplifted joyfulness. I don't want the heaviness, but the heaviness is what gives you the root to
Yes,
stand
yes,
the time of
yes,
time, right? You
yes,
know, like that
yes,
gives you the roots, because without the roots you can't fly high, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, I always say like all these challenges that we find in life, there could be like sadness, it could be changes, there could be like all of this. I always say acknowledge it, but don't be scared of it. Like, acknowledge it and fight against them. But first of all, acknowledge it. Like, be aware of it. Be aware of that, but trying to like jump over that and to go like just stronger than that, you know?
I get that. And there's also this thing, which is, again, if we, because it always comes back to the same thing, which is, you know, we go, why are we here and what is success for me, right? So
Yeah,
for me, like years and years ago, I had this idea. I was like, that really works for me and maybe it resonates. I was like, we're here to learn. And
yeah,
that's kind of it. We're just here to learn. And so
yeah.
sometimes the learning, you know, there's going to be a little physical pain. It's okay. I'm learning. And
Hey,
whatever it is, like I am learning, that means you can actually never fail at life because you're constantly learning. As long as you have the ability, as long as you remind yourself, like this is actually the sentence that I use for everything in my life. I'm like, what is this experience teaching me? Even
mhm,
what is this feeling teaching me?
mhm.
And how can I best support it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah. Can you, 1 second?
Okay, fine. Yay. So for listeners here, as Jacopo is going out to open the door for someone, really asking ourselves, what is this experience teaching me? And how can I best support myself during this period of my life? So it's easy when we're feeling high on life to kind of go like, oh yeah, everything is going amazing and the universe is working out for me. But when things are feeling challenging, this is a really good thing to ask ourselves. What is this experience teaching me? And how can I best support the journey? Because that means that it reminds us, like Jacopo was just saying, wherever we are finding ourselves in life is the perfect place for us at that moment in time for the highest evolution of our soul. Like, I know that's not what the Glitzy magazine tells us, but actually this is, one of the simplest and for me most empowering ways to live life, because then you always have this deep feeling of I am exactly where I need to be, and whatever is wanting to come through me or whatever is wanting to move me
Mhm.
is for me. It's happening for me, not against me. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
no,
sweetheart,
absolutely.
I'm noticing I'm running out of time here because I do need to get going. But I want to ask you, although you've given us a million beautiful wisdom words,
Yes.
and oh, yes, I feel so good this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If there was just one key message for humanity at this
Uh-huh.
moment in time coming from this version of Jacopo,
Yes.
what would it be?
I'll probably say try and trust yourself. Try and trust yourself. Go through changes and do everything with love. Like, just do everything with love and like kindness. Like, I love love and just trying to give as much love as you can to yourself and to others, because love will come back to you. So just trust the process and just love yourself as much as you can.
100%. And I couldn't agree more. It's always that same thing. You know, whatever it is we want to see in the world out there, or whatever it is we want to receive from another out there, it
Yeah,
has to start in here.
absolutely.
Literally, and I know it's not what society teaches us, but it is what all of the old scriptures teaches us,
Yeah,
right? Like the
yeah,
old
yeah,
wisdom across religion, belief,
yeah,
all of it, always the same. It can sound
yeah.
so simple, the hardest thing to practice, but the most potent and the most life affirming, life opening, beautiful remedy,
Mhm.
exactly in the words of you. Love
Yeah,
yourself and
yeah,
love everyone else. But
yeah,
first,
absolutely.
come
Love
home
yourself.
to yourself, love yourself.
Yes.
Well, and I can see your tattoo, Amora.
Yeah, amore, love,
I
exactly,
know,
exactly. So just in the
right?
middle of my neck, you know. So I speak love. I
Amora.
speak love.
Exactly. Oh my
Yes,
God.
this has been
Jacopo.
absolutely incredible. This has been absolutely incredible. I appreciate you so much, you and your energy.
And me, you, Jacopo, listen, like, you know, with you, I really believe like this is not the end. This is only
Oh,
only the
absolutely,
beginning.
honey.
But also even with you and me, I'm like
Yes,
sitting here, like, I'm like, oh, there
yes,
is so much. I was like, I
yes.
must go to Rome and see you now.
Yes,
Like, oh,
listen, to all the listeners. This is not the first time y'all gonna hear us together. Like we're ready to to do
yes.
more for everybody out there. So from podcasts to like events, like we're here to heal the world, honey.
100%. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
We are here to heal the world. Oh my
Yes,
God. With love from
yes.
Jacopo and us.
Thank you, thank
Grazie
you.
mille. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
sweetie. Bye.